These mean girl teenagers brutally unalived a little 12-year-old girl. When Shanda Scherer was 12 years old, she moved and started attending a new school, Hazelwood Middle School. Shanda quickly made new friends and got along with everyone, except for this new girl, Amanda. Amanda was 14 years old, so 2 years older than Shanda, and she tried to start a fight with Shanda one day at school, which landed both of them in detention for a week. And instead of hating each other for that entire week they were in detention, the two girls kind of became friends in like a Breakfast Club-esque way. The two girls started spending a lot of time together, and at some point their friendship turned romantic. But there was an issue. There was somebody else in the picture. Before meeting Shanda, Amanda had an on-again, off-again girlfriend, 16-year-old Melinda Lovelace. And although their most recent breakup had literally nothing to do with Shanda, she wasn't even at that school yet, 16-year-old Melinda completely blamed 12-year-old Shanda. Melinda blamed Shanda for her and Amanda not being together. She hated her, and she was running around town saying that she wanted the 12-year-old girl dead. So while all this drama is going on with Melinda, Amanda and Shanda are trying to ignore it, just keep going with their relationship. They're still spending a lot of time together, and at some point Shanda starts to change. Her attitude starts to change and she starts doing badly in school. Shanda's mom is completely confused about this relationship that Shanda is having with Amanda. I mean, not only was this the girl that essentially beat up her daughter and got her in detention for a week, but she also thought that Amanda was just a bad influence, and she didn't like the idea of her 12-year-old daughter being involved in this like drama with a 14 and 16-year-old. Also, at the end of the day, Shanda is only 12 years old, and her mom really didn't want her being in this serious relationship, especially with someone that was older. So Shanda's mom pulled Shanda out of Hazelwood Middle School and put her in a new school, and honestly, it worked. Shanda made new friends quickly and her grades were back up. Amanda desperately tried to keep the relationship with Shanda going, but honestly, she really wasn't that interested anymore, so that should have been the end of it. Tragically, 16-year-old Melinda could not let her hatred of Shanda go. Melinda had this seriously twisted friend, 17-year-old Lori. Lori was seriously messed up because she really wanted to know what it would be like to unalive someone. It was literally a friendship forged in hell. You have this 17-year-old girl who wants to know what it'd be like to take someone's life, and you have a 16-year-old girl who really wanted someone dead. So they started planning. Lori even got more girls added to the plan, 15-year-old girls, Hope and Tony. Neither girl had ever even met Melinda before, and none of the girls other than Melinda had ever met Shanda. But now all four of them are involved in the plan to take the 12-year-old girl's life. It has been highly debated how much of the plan the two girls that were added by Lori at the end, Hope and Tony, actually knew. Some places report that they 100% knew that the plan was to unalive 12-year-old Shanda, while other reports say that they only thought they were going to scare her. Hope and Tony were actually the two to lure Shanda from her home shortly after midnight. They went up and they lied that they were friends of her ex-girlfriend Amanda, and Amanda really wanted to meet up with her, so they were able to lure Shanda into their car. And once Shanda was in their car, it took a seriously dark turn. For the next 8 hours, 16-year-old Melinda and 17-year-old Lori subjected 12-year-old Shanda to torture. I'm gonna briefly go over what they did to Shanda in those 8 hours. If you don't think you could handle it, just skip ahead a couple seconds. For the next 8 hours, the 16 and 17-year-old girls beat her, strangled her, stabbed her, and even SA'd her with just like random objects. For most of the attack, the other two, Hope and Tony, really did not participate in harming Shanda. They also didn't do anything to stop it either. Some people have argued that they were scared, that if Melinda and Lori would do this to Shanda, what would they do to them if they tried to stop it? but feel free to make up your own minds if you buy that defense or not. Later on in the attack, Hope did participate a little bit. As far as we know, Toni did not harm Shanda at all. She only watched, which to me is also just as disgusting almost. There were multiple times during the attack that lasted 8 hours. They thought that Shanda had passed away, but she was such a fighter and she survived all of it. So sometime after sunrise, the 4 teenage girls burned 12-year-old Shanda alive. Her last word was mommy. Shanda's body was found only hours later, and that same day, Toni confessed everything to the police, and all 4 girls were arrested. All 4 girls were tried as adults but pled guilty as part of a plea deal. All of the girls blamed their actions on their bad childhoods, which pisses me off so much because I'm sure like a lot of you guys are watching this video. I did not have the ideal childhood, but I did not take that out on an innocent 12-year-old. And I'm sure you guys are already all super pissed off and disgusted by the details of this case, but I'm gonna make you guys so much angrier. Toni, the one who participated the least and actually confessed, was sentenced to 20 years and only served 9 of them before being released. Hope was sentenced to 60 years in prison, appealed that and was given 35 years in prison, but released after serving only 14. Lori, the one that wanted to unalive someone and see what it was like, was sentenced to 60 years in prison but released after serving less than 26. And Melinda Loveless, the ringleader in this entire plot, was sentenced to 60 years in prison but released after serving 27 years. So today, all 4 girls are out in society, completely free, after serving less than half of their sentences, which is so disgusting and a complete slap in the face, and I do not understand how this happened. Personally, I do not think anyone should be released early for good behavior after unaliving someone, but that is just my opinion. You can let me know what you think in the comments. If you did watch the end of this video, thank you so much for listening to Shanda Sharer's story. I know that this was a really hard one to get through. If you are seeing this though, please leave something sweet, nice, and supportive in the comments because there is a chance that someone that did know Shanda is watching this video now. I love you guys so much. You guys are truly the best audience ever. Drop your case suggestions in the comments and I'll see you guys tomorrow.